to Town and Country lanes in the 18-team field at the Plainfield South Sectional. The Joliet West Sectional also at Town and Country. Waubonsee led by a good margin with 4,008 in the AM session. To game number 5 in Lockport's Brianna Zabarick. 4-bagger time. She's 4th overall and advances as an individual. The other individual going to state is Oswego's Cheyenne Valdez. 6 is wild for her in game 6, a 6-pack. She had a 1287 pinfall, top individual advancing. To the Warriors now, Charlie Barbary in game 4. She starts off with a double. She ended with a 192. Kayleen Felton at the approach now, her 5th frame, 4-bagger baby. She had a 210. Warrior Julia Bond in game 4 as well. 7th frame gets her a 4-bagger of her own. She had a 247. Waubonsee shoots a 1024. Oswego East gaining ground in game 4. Giselle Paz strikes all over for her. She's your top bowler with a 226 average. But Waubonsee wouldn't let down in game 6. Rachel Felton getting things done in the 3rd. 1157 for her. 3rd frame for Barbary 2. This X, a part of 4 strikes in a row for Waubonsee. Barbary 3rd overall with a 1277. Julia Bond also brought her A game on this Saturday. 197 in the 6. She also rolled a 1277. Mariana Guerreri finishing strong for the Warriors. This strike in the 9th, her 6th and 7th frames. She knocked down 1,108 pins. The Warriors sending everybody to state.
It doesn't feel real right now. We're still trying to sink it in because this was a big dream for us. We really wanted. We worked so many hours to do this. So finally, being able to have the chance to go to state, it's unrealistic right now.
I don't know, it's all still like so surreal right now. It doesn't feel like we're going. You know, I know we are, but right now it's just like, the feeling is so indescribable.
It was a long day. They stayed in the moment, which is what I ask them to do all the time. So I'm really happy for them because they have worked so hard. They've worked hard during the off season for this moment. We won tournaments during the season, but at the end of the day, none of that meant much if we didn't do what we did today, which was to get out of the section.
For us, it's not so much us against all the other teams, it's us against the pins is how we look at it. And you know, it's worked so far, so there's always room for improvement, but in comparison to our season, this was a phenomenal day for us.
We have to stay in the moment. We've got to take this a frame at a time. You've got 10 frames. Each of you has to take on the responsibility of closing your frame. You can't get ahead of yourself. And because I've emphasized that always, then they were able to stay in the moment. Then, you know, one of the girls got, you know, Mariana got on a string and, you know, and Charlie Barbary got on a string. And then pretty soon, you know, they started relaxing and closing frames, and they did fine. But at the end of the day, what we know with these kind of most tournaments, all tournaments, is who's going to close the most frames. And my girls are good spare shooters. That's what they were doing today. They earned it, so I'm really happy for them. You know, and I'm happy that the work that we've done has come to fruition. They listened, and they were able to implement what we were working on. So I'm pleased, but I know that we've got a big mountain to climb come next week.
We do have more experience than Waubonsee does with state, and since we did go, not last year, but the year before. So we know what it's like, we know what to expect, we know that there's a lot of teams and it's very loud and, you know, exciting. So it's like sectionals, but times 10.